about kits, survival kits. Now, I brought 3, 2 of them's mine, and they're half empty. But my mate Rich, who I brought with me, has got a full kit, and I'm just going to run through it, and then I'll go on to something else if you want, okay? Because the survival kit is important, but I don't want to hold the whole class on a survival kit. Is that okay with everyone? Yeah? Okay. See, in this bag I've got little bits and pieces. Oh, brilliant. Good lads. I was going to ask you about this. What are they? Journeyman sticks? Is that journeyman stick? No?
It's a spear.
Sorry, it's a spear. Sorry.
I'm going to make it into a spear. It's not a spear yet.
See that end there? You make sure that you keep that end as it is. So when you get a bit of elastic, you can twang it. No, you don't twang it. I'll get into trouble. Right. Survival tins. They're just a tobacco tin. You can have a survival tin as big as you want, small as you want. You can build your own. What's in here is just contents. It's in the olden days, back in the 70s, they used these a lot in the. I suppose they still use these in the army now and again as a backup. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, in this tin, you can't boil water. So the contents of the tin are the only thing that's valuable. Okay, the tin is junk. That's the truth. You ain't going to boil nothing in there. You're not going to cook anything in there. You need an old bin, massive great bean can with 2 holes and a wire. That's the best thing you can get yourself. You use that as a survival kit. Put everything inside. Okay, so the tape is just to keep it sealed. It's not waterproof. We've proved this by someone in a wetsuit going across Fort William Bay and got out the other side and said this kit isn't waterproof. I said I know that. So I see that I've got my mates are back again. One of them. I don't know where the other one's gone. Have you got rid of him now?
Busy.
He's ringing the council.
He's busy.
That's what it is. He's ringing the council. Yeah. Okay. In the contents of the tin. Don't forget, this is not my tin. It belongs to Richard. This he's changed things around, which he would do. Okay. Now, in most of these tins nowadays, you'll get a small, like, pocket knife, a little lock knife. Okay. Are they sharp? 90% of them ain't. You're going to have to resharpen these. Mostly they're used for shaving little sticks to get a fire going, or you know, using it for dispatching fish and stuff. Okay, sun's coming out. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. What's that? Oh, right, is it? Oh, good man, Jim. Thank you. So that's the tin. The lid, if you shine this up, can be used as a heliograph for signalling. Okay. It is reliable and it will work. Needs to get the sun onto here. Aim this at the plane and then flash. It's not this over here. Yeah, it's down. Get the angle. Try and get this to reflect onto the plane. They make them flashy though. You've got a little hole and you can sight them in. But in a survival tin you don't. You just you pierce it, but I just keep it as it is. Obviously, this guy here, Richard, has got which has got, I think, quite a good little tool. This little multi-tool. I don't know what it is. Can't see what it says. Storm shield. So you've got scissors and all sorts on there, which is handy for picking up pans or whatever if you haven't got anything. Okay, you've got several blades on there. So this is added addition that he's put in. Brass wire. We make for using traps. Okay. On these traps, the thing is, what people, these are very simple, really. All you're trying to do is to, I can undo this one, wrong end. Is everyone all right from the drink this morning, or? I mean, I don't drink, but I'm just tired. Okay, on this, for these get a piece, and just bend this into a little loop, and you just go 1, 2, and then you've got a little loop. Cut this off, thread this through, and you've got a trap. It's that simple. It's nothing complicated, okay? They try and make it complicated. It isn't, just simple. Just gonna blow this up. I'll put that down. Okay. In the other, it's got a string and all sorts. We've got a candle. Okay. Obviously, hopefully, we've got down there matches, but you'd light this and put this under your tender to get a fire going. Okay. Easiest way to get a fire going is like that. If you're in a snow shelter, put it on a shelf. It'll keep you warm, keep the temperature, just about freezing. Okay. Make sure you get the drops off the inside because they just get you wet. In a survival situation, okay, but the candle is very reliable. They used to use I don't know if this is tallow, they used to use a tallow candle, which they say you can eat. It tastes disgusting, so I suggest don't eat it. Only if you're in a survival situation. Okay, a whistle. Everyone knows what a whistle is. When you get a survival tin, take this out, put a piece of string through it and put it round your neck. You never lose it. What's the international distress signal for this?
3 loud bursts.
Are you sure? What's the reply?
Sorry?
What? So I'm not questioning you. What's the reply?
Sorry, I don't
What's the reply? Sorry, it's 6 actually, but what's the reply?
we
3.
just talked it down to the 3.
Is it? They've changed it actually. So I've been told. I'll just say one thing. If you ever get lost and you use the whistle to signal, yeah, take 5 seconds, blow. Take deep breath, 5 seconds, blow. This will blow louder than you can shout, whistle with your fingers or whatever. Okay, and plus it's half you won't lose as much energy. Now, if you're lost and the people are looking for you, make sure you blow this until the guys come up to you and said, "It's all right, mate, you can stop now." Okay, don't do the thing that a guy did on the mountainside. He blew this whistle. He could hear the whistle blowing. He said, "Oh, I've found him now, I'll put it down." Took another 2 hours to find him. That's the difference between your life and, going, okay? Fishing kit, you've got 10 metres of line, various hooks. Fishing kit is explanatory, really. Tie a hook on, make sure that it's tight, check it, and then check again. Put a weight on it. The best thing to do is peg it out with a sharpened stake on the side of the beach or on the river. We call them night lines. They're simple. Leave them. They work on their own. What you bait them with is anything you can get your hands on. Worms, grubs, insects. Just bait them, put them out, and they will just do their own job. Check them last thing at night, first thing in the morning, really. Okay, it leaves you an option to go ahead and do something else. Okay, so you're not wasting time. Wire saw. There used to be a surgical saw back in the olden days. They were built a lot better. These are 8-stranded wires. One thing that people do or tend to do when they're tired, which I don't suggest you do, is put your fingers in here and start sawing on a bit of wood. You end up with, if it's sharp, no finger, or you'll cut your finger and there's an injury that you have to repair. Okay, so what we do is we put a bit of wood like this in one end, okay, and use that bit of wood like so to pull on this end, put one on the other end. You keep it nice and taut. Don't let this relax because you'll jam it. It's got to be like a saw. It's quite taut. It takes a lot of effort. So again, half pace, don't rush, and you will get the job done. Where's he gone? He's not here. I'll show you a different. He's got something else here. Safety pins for holding your trousers up if you lose your buttons. No, you can use them for fishing as well. Yeah. Putting stuff together. There has been an instance where people have cut themselves that bad they've had to use these to hold themselves together.
There's a couple of documented incidents from D-Day where
Yeah.
they've actually used them for very, very bad leg wound.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, 100%. Works
The one
very
they
well.
show on Long You Stay was an actual incident, and the guy was.
Was it? I didn't realise that. Brilliant, thank you. It's great. What have you got in here, Richard? My mate comes up with all sorts of stuff. Ah, a water purifying straw. Good idea. And it fits the tin, so use it. I don't know how many litres these normally hold. I think it's about 500 litres. It's self-explanatory. Put it in the puddle and drink. But what I suggest you do is boil all water. Be so suspicious of anything you get given. If anyone gives you water, boil it. Or the best thing to do is give it to your mate. And if he keels over, you know it's bad. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Chris,
Yeah?
one little incident on summer camp last year.
Yeah.
3 lads out on the Purbex.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, lovely little clear stream.
Yeah.
Thought they'd have a little drink. 24 hours later, we had 2 days of projectile vomiting.
Yeah.
That's how quick it is, and it's bad.
So, yeah. So always boil your water, you know, to a rolling boil. Here it is. It's got one. I've given this. This is a heliograph, a modern one with a little eyepiece. Can everyone see that? Do I have to go? Can everyone see that? This is used to be. It's got instructions. It's self-explanatory, but it does work. Okay. Another signalling device, because this is how it goes. Matches to light the candle. Use one and put this. But make sure you try and keep these dry, because they just go off really quick. As soon as they're wet, they're finished.
Just a suggestion on
Yes,
that. If
go
you've got a tin like this and you
Yeah.
open it up, get the matches and put them into one of the little self-sealer bags.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
to give it a little bit of extra protection.
Yeah, no, thanks. What's your name, sorry?
Richard.
Richard, thank you very much, Rich. That's good. This is called the housewife. What? It's a housewife. You haven't got a housewife when you're out in the world, but you have now. So I don't want anyone to start talking to this. They think you're mad like I do. Okay, joke. So, sewing kit, self-explanatory. Sew whatever you've got, socks, trousers if you've torn them. You've got an odd button there. You can sew this onto a tree and call it Freddy. Water purification tablets. Okay, self-explanatory. It's got instructions on it. Whatever you do, don't use these on their own. I've seen it done, and it made me feel very sick. You're supposed to put them in water and let them dissolve, not put them down your throat and then drink the water. I'm serious. I'm not having you on. I've seen some things in my time when I was like, spit it out, please. So it happens. When you get tired, you're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. So please. Oh, these are not. What else was it? I remember. Now I've got a good one for you. Somebody said, "Are these sweeteners?"
Ooh.
No, they're not sweeteners.
I have heard, though I've never actually tried it.
Yeah.
Someone's tried, or when we did our first survival course in the army, was
Yeah.
that setting a net up in a stream and then dropping them with the flow of the water forces the fish in towards them, because they
Yeah.
don't like the thing on it.
Yeah, no, good idea, Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works all the time. If you can yank it up, it's quite heavy in strong tides, but in low tide, yeah, great.
A couple of small suggestions I would make to, in addition to that tin. If you've got yourself one of these large self-sealing bags, and you could actually use it to put the whole tin inside it, that bag then becomes your water carrying bag. And
Yeah.
I've even tried with these toaster bags,
Yeah,
and actually managed to boil water in one of the toaster bags, one of the ones you're supposed to put into the toaster.
right.
I've actually punched a couple of eyelets into the side of the bag
Use
to make
them,
hang
near
up,
the-
and then just use the wire to hang up.
Yeah,
You then got, and also the tin itself, if you were to punch a hole in the top of the lid, you've got potential for making charcloth there as well. So
never done it.
What did you say, sorry, making?
making charcloth. If you've got any cotton material, t-shirt, anything like that, just put it inside the tin, put the lid on,
Oh,
Dry it
and then put it on the fire, it chars it like you're making charcoal,
Awesome, thank you.
and then that char cloth will then take a spark, because quite often you see a little striker added to the tin as well, which is
He's left it out. I've got one though,
Yeah.
somewhere. Isn't there? He's left it out. Troublemaker he is. So,
you could always add. This is the Ranger Rick one.
a new one?
Ranger Rick, this
Oh,
American
right.
one. It's
Yeah.
actually got magnesium around the outside of it, and that there is the American Army issued or American Air Force issued wire saw, and they're far superior to the ones you get in the tin. A lot hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
They fold up smaller, they fold up flat like that,
Right.
and they are vastly superior to the ones that come in those tins.
Thanks. Pencil. In a survival situation, write it down because your memory lapses and you'll forget. So write stuff down. You don't have to write rubbish down. If you want to write a story, write a story. Write a daily routine though about what you're going to do, and then make a plan: detection, location, acquisition, navigation, and medical. Okay, that's the type of plan you want to, and then stick whatever plan you've put down on paper. Stick to it. Don't go wandering off, because as you get in that situation, you're going to get tired and your memory's going to lapse. So always revert back to what you put down. That's why I tell people to write stuff down, what you know, and then add bits to it as you think is going to be relevant. Cross it out, put something else down. But a pencil is worth having. You can't eat it, so don't chew on it. I've seen somebody try that once, but it's not very nice.
Good use for a pencil. If you're, there was one incident that happened in Ray Mears highlights at one of his shows.
Who?
Ray Mears.
Don't know.
Never heard of him. Yeah, I've never heard of him either. Couple had gone hiking in the jungle.
Yeah.
She twisted her ankle. They're only a short way back to, or thought they were only a short way back to the lodge. He went back to get help. Took him 2 days to get back.
Yeah.
The time he got back, he was delirious, and another 4 days before he'd recovered. And by the time they managed to get back to his wife, she was dead. If he'd have written down the location, which he knew, and had it on him, they would have been able to find her. So another
Okay.
use for your pencil.
The compass. Use a compass. The best way to do it is drop it in your hand, which I haven't done properly. I'm still tired, see, it's terrible. My legs are really killing this morning. It's Richard's fault. As we were driving down, he had his foot on the accelerator, right, doing 120 in a damn Skoda. I mean, come on. Just drop it in your hand a couple of times, and you should get a rough reading where north is. You can also do the sun thing. I mean, it's very accurate, but there's no sun, so you can't do it. So you just rely on the compass. But if you stick to, the other thing is, in the UK, you can't get lost. Really, you always come across a house, a person, and don't be embarrassed to say that you need help like I do all the time. Rich, I need help.
He's over there.
Can you take me away?
Never seen anything like it in all my life.
That's it. So, Rich, I need help now. Yeah. So, are you happy with the survival tin? No? Yes? Come on, speak up. I don't care what you say, because it's Sunday, and it's supposed to be a good day today, isn't it? Which it is. So, the survival tin, the contents in it, you ain't going to boil anything with that tin, so make sure, if you want a kit, put it in a big baked bean tin with a wire. It's the best thing to take with you, or take a Trangia, or what's that Swedish stove I've got? Rich, what's that Swedish stove I've got? Got it in the car. I should have brought it, I'm sorry. It's like a billy can, but it's one that stands up. The mesh tins are a waste of time really. They're good, but they spill onto the fire if you don't balance them properly, and they've got no things you can hook on. You can make some sort of labyrinth to put it over the fire, but use a billy can. That is the best thing to have. Okay, when obviously you're going to carry a little pack, but when you do go out walking, carry the stuff that you're going to need in case you get stuck. Don't, oh, it's too much weight, I'll throw it out, because you don't know, you might need it. So I don't carry everything I need to come here, so it's my fault, my mistake. So I bring 2 of everything, or 1 of everything. first aid kit. Got another tin here somewhere. I bet I didn't bring it. Terrible, see? Yes, I did. I always carry 2 tins, and they're all in the same pocket. So if I lose one, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Tis, telling you, I'm nuts. So these are old tins. I mean, really quite old. That one's been battered and smacked about in the Bergen. And I keep cotton wool. Why? Because it's an easier way of setting a fire. Okay, it's essential. You can do it. So keep cotton wool. You can put Vaseline in it and mix it with that. It aids the fuel, makes it burn for longer. So establish a fire. So when you keep a kit, see, the trouble is, you're going to build this kit on your own merit. You know, and the information you get off whoever is going to be great. But what you want to do is make your own kits. Make it bigger. Put I've seen them, a gas mask thing that you can put down the side, and you can put mess tins in there. You can put the stuff inside the mess tins, like sugar, tea. Take the stuff with you, just little sachets. You can get them out of superstores and stuff, but they will work if you're in a situation. Oh, I've got, you know, I haven't got no water, but I know where I can get some, and you can make a brew, and that's a great morale booster. I like tea with sugar. Who's got the tea then? Joking. So, do you understand where I'm coming from with this? So, a cup of tea will keep you going for another 3 or 4 hours, where, you know, food, you don't really need it. But you can get home. So make your kit is essential. So try and make your kit to where you're going. The other thing is when you're walking in the hills and stuff, and you're not down here or somewhere where it's positive. Hello.
Hi.
Are you taking them for a magazine at all or something?
I'm taking them for the wilderness gathering.
Oh, good. Have you spoke to Roger?
Yeah?
He's a friend of mine. He said that
Yeah, this is his camera.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm Robert Hines.
Okay.
He's Chris Kane. So you have to take a picture of him. Is that all right?
Yeah, fine.
You do what you want, love. I'm having you on. So, yeah, just when you're walking in the hills, not here, but if you're in Scotland or something, and you're out in, you know, like Brecon Beacons and something. I know there's loads of people walking up there. Make sure that you take a map and tell someone where you're going, because 90% of the cases are people don't tell people where you're going. Take your mobile phone. You might not get a signal in the area of where you're going, so tell your partner, you know, if you're going in Scotland and you actually are going somewhere that's quite remote, please make a mental note to go to the local police station, go to a mountain rescue and say, you know, find out what the weather is, find out the conditions before you move, and tell them, I'm going here, what's it like? Would it be all right for me to walk to here? And ask them, how long does it normally take? Yeah, because you might think, oh, it's only going to take a couple of hours, but you might slip and hurt yourself. Okay, so 1, they know where you are. 2, you've got a mobile phone, and there's always an emergency thing that goes out that if you miss, if you're supposed to call in at a certain time, you make a point to your friend that I will call you at, say, 6 o'clock tonight, and if I don't call you, I'll call you again in an hour's time. If you miss 2 or 3 consecutive calls, your friends will ring the authorities and they will search you. That's why they need to know what line of sight or where you've gone. Okay, so you'll get mountain rescue come this way and a helicopter will come this way. So it's just safety first, it's just keeping you safe, okay? So all this stuff is just to try and keep you safe.
There's another number you can ring apart from 999, isn't there, as well?
Yeah, they've changed it all.
I don't know what it is.
112.
112.
112. They can track your onto your mobile phone.
And her name's Maureen.
Right, okay. Hello, Maureen, I'm stuck.
I don't know her name, I haven't rang it for ages. It used to be 100 for the operator and 999 for all other services, but they seem to, why do they keep changing it? Why can't they leave it as...
112 is designed so people they can track your mobile to where your mobile phone is. They can correlate where your mobile phone is.
They can do that after
999
999.
actually redirect to 112 on a mobile phone only.
Hey, thank you, I didn't know that, so I'm learning, see? We're all learning, I'm learning.
All the telecoms,
I work in IT, all the telecoms are actually set up. If you're on a mobile phone, you dial 999, it redirects to 112 and goes to the emergency service.
Okay, thank you.
Because
You're right.
112 is actually, the reason they brought 112 is it
Yeah.
isn't just for the mobile phones, it's
Right.
actually the European way of doing 999.
Okay, I honestly, personally, I didn't know that, so that's good information. So great, thank you very much for that little bit. That's great. Yes, sorry.
The other bit, if you're going on the hills, I was a similar kind of thing to this, and
Yeah.
they reckon now to either stop yourself getting hypothermia, or if you find someone that's got it and you need to sort of rewarm them, blizzard bags or blizzard
Yes,
jackets
yeah,
and things like that are the sort of dog's gonads, so to speak.
Yeah, no, we'll use it. Listen, any suggestions that you've got for this class, I don't care. I'm quite happy. I'm open today because it's Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, it is Sunday. I keep forgetting the days. So, blizzard bags, yeah, I didn't mention them. I was going to... Tin foil. Use foil to keep your partner warm or whatever. Wrap yourself in that. But make sure you get adequate gear to go out there, and make sure you test it before you go. Every time I come here, I always tell you guys, test the stuff before you go, because you only find out when you're in the deep end that it doesn't work, and you're going to get yourself in trouble, and then your head starts racing. So if your head starts racing, please get yourself to a tree or something and sit down, not on a wet tree. Put your pack down. Normally I put the feet inside the pack to keep the feet off the ground if they're wet. It's weird. I've done it, and you just take nice deep breaths to calm yourself down, because when you're in a stressful situation, you tend to panic. And I've seen it where people run around like headless chickens. Oh, I'm lost. No, I have. Seriously, I'm not joking. And it's not funny. It's just your subconscious kicking in, saying, "Now I need a plan. What am I going to do?" So you stick to it. Okay. Is there any questions before I move on? Because I want to just scrap the kits now. Is everyone happy with the kit?
Just another addition that could easily be put onto that, because they're very, very small, which is, you've mentioned survival blizzard bags,
Yeah.
but an ordinary survival blanket. If you've gone with the sticking a plastic bag over the top, you can easily slip one of those in, and there's no problem with sticking a couple of plastic bands or ranger bands, which are another item that are going to extend your flame in order to get your fire going.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
is always
fire
worthwhile
lighters.
adding.
Piece of rubber tube, stick it in your pocket. Lighters. Carry lighters. And carry 2 lighters in case you mislaid one. You don't have to smoke to carry lighters, but it's an addition to get and it's easy, innit? There's no strain. Just put it under a thing and whack it. Now, I've got to. Is there anything else before I move on? No. Okay.
I've got one for signalling.
Yeah.
I've
Crack
got
on.
a tiny little push bike light.
Yeah.
It's about not much bigger than 2 AA batteries.
Yes.
It's got 3 settings on it. It goes flashes sideways. It's got a strobe on it.
Yeah.
And then a permanent light. You press the switch 3 times. So we
Yeah.
take scouts up to Haversige, up the Peak District.
Yeah.
And I usually have that in my pocket. So if it was dark and we were stuck, I'd whack the strobe on.
Yeah.
Somebody could spot you.
Yeah, of course.
But
The
they're
LED
very
lights,
small.
smaller than the 50p piece with a lithium battery, doing the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked well.
Yeah. I couldn't afford one then, so I got the push bike light.
Okay. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh, gee.
Oh, yes, you've got
Just a little bit, please.
Did you say that the Rangers?
Rich, you alright?
Sorry?
The Ranger something.
Ranger bands.
Just on the mobile
Basically,
phones,
Yeah.
it's a rubber tubing, which
um,
is tire energy.
when your mobile phone says,
I used to, when I first got these,
emergency
I'd pay like £5 for about 10 of them,
Yes.
and suddenly
it's still
somebody
worth
pointed out that you get a bicycle energy.
Yes.
pick up any
And you can make your
signal
own.
on any network
Yeah,
and
should.
make a connection.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually true or not.
Yes. Does anyone? Oh, yeah, it will
I
work.
have heard that.
Yeah.
I've not tried it though.
The guy's asked if your phone is just stuck on emergency calls only, can you call the emergencies? And I'm saying yes, you can. Yeah, the phone's there. It's a signal. But if you don't get a signal where you are, you need to move somewhere that you will get a signal. Okay, so make sure. Well, if you're in a valley, there's loads of beacons around now. They're making it easier and more available for people to use mobile phones. How are them leaves?
Oh, they're great.
Excellent. They're not stingers, are they?
They're not.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No. Okay, listen, I'm going to put this kit away and then we're going to move on. So it's funny how he gets this in there. Bloody gamekeepers. Oh, you're going to do that? All right. Okay, I've brought, I don't know, some of you have seen me over this weekend, haven't you? Hopefully, well, now and again. I want to, is there anything, listen, you want me to cover? Let's put it that way, because it's Sunday, it's your time, come on. Well, anything, I don't care, tell me. No?
Easy edible foods.
Edible foods. I'm not here really to do it, but if you want me to go over it, I will.
Just like easy identifiable plants and stuff.
There is a guy, I think it's Marcus, at the Wild Food School, that's really down there. But I don't really. I mean, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. But I don't normally do it if there's somebody doing that. Do you know what I mean? He's down there.
That's all right.
But I'll go through a thing. What I do is plants, fungi, insects, worms, snails, grubs, fish, and game. You've got to go for a balanced diet. They might not do. Did you get that? Sorry, shall I slow it down?
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, and it's a balanced diet, and that's what you need to go for. Plants, anything with a white milky sap, leave alone unless positively identified, which is one plant which you can eat, which is sweet as. Yeah. Anything with black or red berries, unless positively identified, leave alone. Anything with a wilted leaf, shiny leaf like holly, ivy, they've got some sort of, you know, they will give you a nasty headache and stuff. Then you come on to fungus. You've got, there's 4 colours, right? I'll just go from yellow,